My name is Elise and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be teaching you a super simple, easy way to make a granny square. Let's get right in. Make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so here are all the supplies you'll need. You'll just need scissors, a hook, and some yarn. I'm just using some acrylic yarn that I have. And this actually works really well, and I am using a 4mm hook with this acrylic yarn. So this is perfect for beginners, and I'm going to teach you everything about every stitch. So if you've never crocheted before, this is a good tutorial for you. But even though this is a beginner tutorial, I don't recommend starting with granny squares because you'll never finish your blanket or whatever you're making with your granny squares because there's going to be so many granny squares you need to make. So I suggest that you start with amigurumi, and that's what I started with, and it worked out really well. And after about 3 hours, I knew how to crochet. Even though I was a brand new beginner, I still knew how to crochet. So let's get started. First, we're going to make a slip knot. What we're going to be doing is we're going to take this yarn, and I'm just going to hold both ends of it and hold this out just like this. And then I'm going to stick my first 2 fingers into the yarn and then flip over and grab this piece of yarn just like this. So I'll repeat the step again. What we're going to be doing is we're going to take the yarn, we're going to hold the first end with our first finger and our thumb, and take the rest of the yarn with the rest of our fingers. And then we're going to take our fingers, our first 2 fingers, and we're going to put it in, twist around, and grab it, but we're going to still be holding on to both ends so that it doesn't come loose, just like this. So this is how we start. And we're also going to be holding our hook. So put your thumb right here where there's a flat piece, and then put your first finger on the back. So now your hand looks like this, and wrap your other fingers around. Now, after we learned all of that, we're going to take our hand, and this is going to be how we hold the yarn. So with this in our hand, we're going to wrap around our pinky once, go behind, and go in front. Then we're going to hold this knot right here with our thumb and middle finger, and we're always going to keep this finger straight up so that this yarn is tight. And then if your tension is loose, then pull this yarn connected back here tight. And so now you're holding the yarn properly. Go back and rewatch this part of the video if you don't understand. Now, holding our hook, we're going to stick our hook straight in, and we're going to have it facing this way so it's pointed toward us. And we can also pull this piece, this open piece, to tighten our loop. Okay, so now we're going to do what's called a yarn over. We're going to put our hook towards ourselves and then back, and then turn the hook down so that the part that's grabbing the yarn is pointed down, and then pull. So now we have our 1 stitch, and this stitch looks like a V, and that's what most stitches look like. So now we're going to do this step 3 more times. So we're going to put the hook down, and then back, and then turn around, and then pull through. So basically you're going to be looping this hook around and then pulling the yarn in. And we're going to do this 1 more time, just like this. So now we have 4 stitches as we can count by the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to go straight in to this first loop, this first stitch, and then we're just gonna go and we're going to go through it and we're going to yarn over again. So this is going to be a slip stitch, which is not the normal stitch. This is the stitch that holds two things together more tightly. So we're going to yarn over just like we have, and whenever we pull through, we're going to be pulling through both loops on the hook, just like this. We're going to repeat this step again, but we're just going to put our hook through this open space in the middle, and we're going to yarn over. We have two loops, and we're just going to pull through both of them, just like this. So now we're going to yarn over 6 times, and we're going to make a chain 6, which is what you do whenever you're yarning over. So we're going to go down, around, and pull through. Down, around, and pull through. Do this 4 more times. Okay. Now that we have our chain of 6, we're going to go and we're going to do a double crochet. So we're going to wrap the yarn around like we're going to pull it through, but instead of pulling it through, we're going to go back into that middle hole we made and then yarn over again. So we're not going to pull anything through, but if we slide this chain back, we see that we have 3 loops on the hook. Now we're going to pull through the first 2 and then pull through the last 2. We're going to do this step again. So we're going to yarn over first and stick it through the middle hole. We're going to yarn over again, and so now we have 3 loops on the hook, and we're going to pull through the first 2 and the last 2. Do this again one more time. We're going to stick our hook in after we've yarned over, and then we're going to have 3 loops on the hook, pull through the first 2, and then pull through the last 2. So now we can see we have our chain of 6 here. We've got our circle in the middle, and we've got 3 double crochets. We can see from the top there's 3 V's, just like that. So now we're going to chain 3. This is just yarning over 3 times. So 1, 2, and 3. So now we're going to repeat this 3 double crochets again. So we're going to yarn over like we're going to make another chain, and then stick it back into the middle hole, yarn over, and then we see we have 3 loops in the hook if we push this chain back, and then we're going to pull through the first 2 and pull through the last 2. We're going to repeat this double crochet step 2 more times until we do the next step. Okay, just like that. So now we're going to chain 3 again. So you can already see the granny square forming. We've got the hole in the middle, and then we've got our 2 side holes because we're making a square. So next we're going to chain 3 again. So that's just yarning over 3 times. And then we're going to repeat our 3 double crochets. So yarn over, have 3 loops, pull through the first 2, pull through the last 2. Do this again 2 more times, just like this. So now we have our 3 different corners, and so now we're going to make our last corner. We're going to chain 3 again, and then we're going to double crochet 3 times. So we've got 3 loops on the hook, pull through the first 2 and the last 2. 3 loops on the hook, first 2, last 2. First 2, last 2. So now we have our 4 corners. We've got our middle hole. And so now we're going to slip stitch which is what we did at the beginning, into just this open space in the first one. So we're going to yarn over, have 2 loops, and just have that first loop pull into the second loop. Just like this. Now we're going to chain 6 like we did at the beginning. Now we're going to start every round by chaining 6. So next we're going to put our double crochets in here. We're going to do 3 like we did last time. So we've got all of these sections, and so we're going to chain 1 in between each section, and we're going to do our 3 double crochets, and then we're going to make the corner. So we're going to chain 3 in each corner except the first corner, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets. So now we will make the corner. So we see that we have 2 corners already by making the 3 double crochets and then 3 in between. We're going to chain 1 again and repeat this step on each one of these corners. Stop after you've gotten to here. Okay, so now we have our 4 corners again, and we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to put our 3 double crochets back in this first hole to complete the second row. So now we have our 3 double crochets, and we're just going to slip stitch back into the first hole again, just like this. So now we've completed 2 rows, and our granny square is getting a bit bigger. We're going to chain 6 again to start the next row. I'm going to go to 4 rows, but you can go to as many or as little as you want. So now we're going to do our 3 double crochets in this first stitch, and it's basically the same from now on, except we're going to learn one more thing in this row, and then you can repeat it as many times as you want, just adding on more sections on each round. So we're going to chain 1, and we're going to just double crochet 3 in this middle section, because we have the corners that we do the 3 double crochets, 3 chains, and then 3 double crochets, but in the middle we just need it to go straight. So we're going to chain 1 and do our 3 double crochets and then chain 1 again. We're going to do our corner, so we're going to do 3 double crochets, 3 chains, and then 3 double crochets again. So now we're going to chain 1 again, and we're going to do our middle section that has 3 double crochets, just like this. And now we're going to chain 1 and do another corner. We're going to do the middle again after we've chained 1. And a reminder that there are many ways to make a granny square. This is just one of the simplest ways. So there are lots more ways to make granny squares that look more intricate. So I'm just doing the corner again, which is 3 double crochets, 3 chains, and then 3 more double crochets. And then we just chain 1 to go to the next section. We're going to do the middle section. Now chain 1 and do your 3 double crochets into this first section, just like this. And in the back, don't worry about your extra tail. If you don't want it, you can just cut it off, or you can sew it in, or just leave it. So now we've finished the next round, and we need to slip stitch into this first section again, which is just sticking your hook in, yarning over, and pulling through both loops with that one yarn over. Finally, we're going to make the last round, or if you want, you can make as many rounds as you want to make it bigger. For example, this is a really big granny square that I made, and the edges just keep getting more sections on each round. And also for that granny square, I used variegated yarn, which is color changing yarn, so I did not actually make all of those color changes. So now we're going to chain 6 for my last round, and it can be your last round too, or you can make as many rounds as you want, as I've said before. But now we're going to do our decreases in this first section. So now chain 1 again and do your middle section. So in this round we have 2 middle sections, and each round it's going to grow to more sections. Like the 5th round, if I did one, it would have 3 middle sections, and then 4 and 5 and so on. So we're just going to chain 1, and we're just going to do the same thing we do for the 1 middle section. We're just going to do for both middle sections, and we're just going to do our 3 double crochets, and then we're going to chain 1 at the end of that and do the edges just as the same as we do every time. So 3 double crochet, 3 chain, 3 double crochet. So now I'm just going to finish up the rest of this round just like we learned before, using the middle sections and the edges just like we've done, and then I'm going to stop right here before I slip stitch. Okay, so now I've done this whole row, and now we're just going to slip stitch, and we're going to cut the yarn just a little bit, a couple of inches, and we're going to pull it out with our hook. Now you can just take your hook, and this is an easy way to do it if you don't have a tapestry needle, and you can just stick your hook into one of the stitches and then yarn over and just pull all the way through. Or if you do have a tapestry needle, you can thread it through all of these stitches. So now we're done with our granny square, and this is what it looks like. And you can keep going on your rounds if you want to, but this is how much I'm going to do. And so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed creating more. I'll see you next time. Bye!